And first, I just, I'm so super excited. I hope that y'all can hear me clearly. But I first want to introduce myself, give you a little bit about my background. I visit different types of platforms and industries of the fashion, filming, and maybe a little bit of acting. But I can't do that too well. I'm too real. But I have visited a lot of, experienced and did a lot of work in a lot of different areas. This mission that I'm doing right now just happened to be a calling that is manifesting, for me to prosper in. And I welcome all and everybody. This is also, I just want to, let you know that, I don't have paper degrees as therapist, psychologist, but I do have a degree when it comes to real life experience. So this is how come I can always, help others that are listening and that may have, going through anything in life. I have a lot of friends and people that just find themselves really comfortable talking to me about a lot of different things. And they like the feedback that I give them, and the only reason why they really embrace my words is because I've been through it. Or, I tell them, what I think, and how I feel about certain circumstances. This show, we do not judge. No judging. No judging. Everybody goes through things in life, so we don't have no judging on this show. So, with all of that being said, let me tell you all the other great things we're going to be having going on here. We're going to have a book club, and first and foremost, let me say the men are welcome. Although my platform is full of women, the men, you're welcome to join in and, give your feedback and tell me tell us what you think, or how you feel. We're not going to discriminate at all. The book club is called Blueberry Roses. Blueberry Roses. I love that. The roses means for us women. Blueberries, all shades of colors of blues, and it brings such a really calmness and peaceful. And I'm always in for peace. So, this definitely works. Book club is for us to just go ahead and get involved. Choose a book and please participate. If you have a book that go great with the topics of certain things that we talk about, bring it in online and have us be able to, pick a topic and discuss it about the book. So we have exchange conversations and words, online. So please, participate. We will also do topic raffles, which we have a box, and this is just for our guests. Now, the topics for y'all will be you just putting out, you pick a conversation or something that you want to talk about. You can also, put that online. Just email me, Michelle, at evidenceofissues.com, and I'll answer as much emails as I can and respond back to as much as I can. I know a lot of y'all are very excited and supportive, for me, and I embrace that. I'm on it. Thank you. And, I have, moving towards the book club is initially to really acknowledge and be acknowledged and, hear our voice. Everyone has a voice. And I have to admit, I was always a brain dead reader. I just never liked reading. I'll skim real quick, but reading, it just took too much time. But I have learned, and trust me, it works. It's very comforting. It's very relaxing. So it really, really soothes me. And I know it will work for a lot of other women. And, it's the me time. And it includes a lot of me time. So definitely get involved with that. And moving along with the book club, we'll be going and visiting certain sites in Brooklyn, grabbing some of y'all ladies out there. Y'all might be on your way to work. Some of y'all might be on your way home from work. Some of y'all might even just be out there hanging out, having brunch with a group of friends. But we will be, me and my production crew, and we'll be out there, and we'll be picking people out. and asking, just general questions about life, identity crisis, other things with low self-esteem, or what's just on your mind. What's the first thing you think about when you open up that initial door to go to work? Maybe you're dealing with a different crowd of women from different nationalities, and y'all have cross barriers with languages that you're not understanding each other, you're not feeling each other. Who knows? It could be anything. Share it. Also, we have my confessions. Jen, that's what we call it, right? The confession mic, right?
Confession mic,
yes, yeah. The confession mic. We have confession mic. You can call in confession mic. It could be anonymous. You don't even have to say your name, but you could just call in. Maybe you have something on your chest you want to get off. You don't want nobody to know. Maybe you've been having something, you did something, something, and you just want to say it, and you just don't know who to trust. But you can call on our line and share that. And it could be anonymous. You don't even have to speak to anybody, say your name. And if you want some opinion or feedback, we can give you that. If you don't, just vent it out, and then you have a beautiful day. And that will be it. In the meantime, we have a beautiful guest that will be appearing on the show today, Justice Carter. She is an author, Delayed But Not Denied 3, and she had participated among other authors in writing this book and sharing her journey. So in the meantime, guys, please relax, and when we come right back after the music and relaxing, she shall be here. Singing ladies. This is really good and positive, because then you have people like her, beautiful people like Justice here. You need supporters.
Yes.
You need supporters. That's very important, and that's what I was saying, But you know what? And she's going to have me so emotional. I'm going to look some. Yeah, because I have more goodies.
You have more goodies, yes.
I'm sorry, I'm taking a me moment out.
And that's one of our candles. And
the world finest.
What I like about our candles is we have diamond cut glass jars.
So then when you
light it, it actually illuminates the diamond on the wall. So it gives it, you have to pull. That is cinnamon vanilla.
Cinnamon.
Yeah, our jar tops are very tight to keep the scent in.
This is good enough to eat, girl. This is all you're doing. You're doing, right?
Well, I'm an independent distributor for this company. I don't make the candles.
Okay.
Yes.
That's cool.
Nice.
At one point I did, but it's just not my thing right now.
Wow. And you have your own website and everything?
Yes.
Wow. And what's your website?
My website is called justjustscents.mygc.com. Just a sense.
Just a sense. That's a little. This is how I know we meant to be together. Because I have a clothing line called Jaya, and that means just as you are.
Really?
Yeah. So guys, if you ever hear me say I'm taking a Jaya moment, that means me time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's what I have to learn on this journey.
Yeah.
Me
all
time.
of us.
I just had a reading yesterday, and it was phenomenal. Oh my God!
Wow! I'm going to get into these goodies later. I've seen enough. This is a thank you so much. I'm so honored that you're here.
Yes.
Oh, this is great. First, I want to talk about, tell everybody a little bit about yourself first.
Okay.
Where you from?
Mm-hmm.
And what led you to get where you at today?
Okay. Well, my name is Jeanette Justice Carter. I got the Justice because my father's biological name is Judge. And I have 5 brothers. I'm the only girl, the last child. And he wanted to name me Justice, but my mother was like, I don't think so. You could pick a name with a J maybe, but not Justice. That's a guy's name.
Right.
So I got Jeanette, but my whole life I've been called Justice.
And that's powerful.
Wow.
Yes, and to grow up to work in the Department of Correction, it's just like, everything is just, your life is just so aligned with you don't even understand it until you understand it.
That's so true. I get that. You don't understand it until you understand it.
Right.
I get that.
And I had 5 brothers. I was the only girl. I was a tomboy. Um,
Mhm.
I was a tomboy. I liked hanging out with the guys. I didn't really hang out with the females because I didn't do the girly things. I didn't do the dolls and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I was adventurous. I liked
Yeah.
to kick the ball. I liked to run.
Yeah, that was
And, you know, so, and my mother didn't understand it because she finally got this girl and she's like, oh, I'm going to put in all these baby doll dresses and these Mary Jane shoes. And I'm like, no way, you know.
should see her face.
You know, but I learned to balance both, you know,
Mhm.
and growing up, I was always like covered. And
Right.
I didn't understand I was covered,
Mhm.
but not only by my Heavenly Father and my
Right.
father, but my brothers and just the community. Because
Yeah.
when you have brothers
Mhm.
that are powerful in the community,
Mhm.
they watch out for their siblings.
Yes.
You know, so everywhere I went, that was Larry's sister, that was Ricky's sister, that was Greg's sister.
Oh, you was known. You couldn't do
Right.
nothing with.
And I didn't in the neighborhood. So, you know, when people saw me like in Uptown Manhattan, they saw me in the Bronx and stuff like that, like, where are you from? And I'm like, I can't tell you where I'm from, but I just hang out here, you know, and I felt good doing that because nobody knew who I was. I got a
Wow.
chance to come into my own
Right.
without the stigma of, oh, your brother gonna tell your mother, you gonna get in trouble, you know, but I grew up in,
And where you say you're from?
Queens, Hollis, New
Hollis,
York,
Queens.
Hollis, Queens, Ron DMC.
Yes, and guys, that's where I'm from. St. Albans,
Hey.
Queens. But I always, you know, I'm glad my mother ain't listening right now. But I always hung out, cut school up in Hollis.
Right.
I listened to about 192. Oh my!
Listen, I couldn't
girl.
be seen up there. Every time a bus rolled past, I would have to like hide. 'Cause I would be
Duck.
like, right, my mother, a neighbor was gonna be on there, and they was definitely telling my mother.
Well, see, my grandparents, they brought me up, so they taught in Yonkers.
Okay.
But sometimes you just never knew. You know, they just want to make a stop with somewhere down hillside and want to come down Francis Lewis and you chilling on a corner talking to the cutest guy in the community.
And then here go your grandparents, and
Yeah.
they're like a deer with the headlights, right?
I know. That's
Oh,
cool though.
God.
Queens
Yeah.
girls.
Queens
Yes.
girls,
Yeah.
but-
And you still in Queens.
I'm still in Queens. You know, I've circled back around. I
Right.
grew up, got married, have 3 wonderful, amazing, outstanding, delicious children. They're just delicious.
Yes.
And I lived in Long Island for a while,
Mm-hmm.
West Hempstead,
Okay.
Lakeview,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where my kids grew up. They went to school, to elementary, junior high, and high school.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, life had us not stay together, and we got a divorce. And
Mhm.
you know, like I said, you don't understand until you understand. It was a plan for me to come back home because my mom was sick with Alzheimer's, and I was going through a divorce. I was in the process of losing my own home, so my mother was like, "Come on back home," and I didn't know that coming back home was I was going to be a caregiver for her for 6 years, for the
Right.
next 6 years of my life, which was the best because she was my baby now,
Right.
you know. And I got a chance to advocate for her, get her services, make sure everything was right for her.
You already a retired CEO.
Right,
So,
you
and how
know.
long you been retired?
I've been retired 4 wonderful years.
And those 4, you know what, girl, let me tell you, I say it all the time. This is the best moment for me, not working a 9 to 5 and doing what I love, because what I love is has a great cause. What you love and have a passion for has a great cause. And some people can't relate because, you know, they're so stressed.
Right.
They're so stressed about the bills. They're so stressed about, oh my goodness, I'm not going to be able to, you know, buy the bottom red shoes anymore. I'm not going to be able to, you know, come on. It's
But-
just the feeling of peaceness
and
within
you have
yourself.
to grow up.
Yes.
You have to grow up.
You absolutely
You have
right.
to grow up, and in life you have to, you know, put childish things away.
That's true.
At a certain point, you
That's
know, those
true.
red bottoms, they were important. Maybe when I didn't have kids,
Mhm.
maybe when I wasn't on this journey of wanting to travel and see the world. You know, that was my focus. That's
Right.
not my focus
Right,
now.
exactly.
You know, because all that money that I could spend on one pair of shoes,
Mm-hmm.
I could travel the world. I could help out some of my friends.
And that's where you know
And-
you're good within yourself.
And that's what I'm about.
Mhm.
You know, I'm a server. I want to serve you.
Yes.
How can I serve you? That's the way I
Exactly.
grew up. My mother said, treat people the way you want to be treated. If you want to be treated nice, you gotta treat people nice.
That's so true.
And you gotta love yourself. And then loving yourself is not so much being vain, where I look good on the outside. I got all these fancy clothes, got all my hair done. No, it's what's in your heart.
And most of us grew up like that,
Yes.
where our parents, they were like, shh. Don't, girl, you better not go out that door looking the way you feel.
Listen.
You
put that
makeup
take
on.
that rag off your head.
Don't you
go out the house with a scarf on your head, right?
My grandmother would smack the crap out of me.
Or pajamas.
Or pajamas.
Are you crazy?
Couldn't do none of that.
No.
None of that.
And I thank them because you have to always, my grandmother used to say this, and I love her now. I loved her then, but I understand her now as an adult. She says, don't get ready, stay ready.
Yes, yes.
Because when you stay ready, you don't have to be fumbling for this, fumbling for that. Yeah. And what I mean by that is, you dress a certain way. Like today I'm casual, but I'm cute.
You are cute. She said I'm cute.
So if someone was to approach me, it's not like, oh, she just rolled out of bed and she's here in her pajamas.
Exactly.
That's what I mean by that.
I understand.
You
I like that. What's that phrase again?
What?
Don't
get ready, stay ready.
Stay ready. I hope y'all write that down, ladies, because that's so true. That is so true. A lot of us are just, not on point. But you'll get there. You'll definitely get there, because that's the first stage, is loving you first. And sometimes that's so hard when you're so dedicated, your soul is so dedicated to attending to everybody else, especially your lovers. When your lovers, you want to make sure he or she eat well, he or she love right, he or she is doing, girl, blah. I'm not even on that planet no more. What? But for those who are, I want them to be where we are.
Yes.
Because we've been there, And like I said earlier before you joined us, this is a no judge show.
Thank you.
This is a no judge show. We ain't about sitting there, okay, girl, you want to talk? We're going to talk, and we're going to listen to you. And then if you want feedback, we're going to give you feedback. And you may not listen then, but somewhere down the line on that journey going forward, you're going to be like, my girls told me. Right. And yes, down the line, because we're going to always be there for y'all ladies. Yes, as long as I have this show, you got my email, like I mentioned, I'm here for you. This is what I'm dedicated and serving to do, because this is my calling. To your book. This is so... I ordered mine. I'm reading. I was so pissed when they said, coming on the 20th.
But listen,
delayed.
But not denied.
Not denied. Tell us what... Just tell us everything about this.
This book here, let me just say 3 things.
And she have a lot of authors.
Yes, it's 15 of us in here. We all get a chance to tell a very traumatic time in our life and how we overcame it and what we did to overcome it and where we are standing now.
Powerful.
And these women, let me tell you, women in general, African American women especially, we have carried the nation of everybody.
Yes.
And we always put ourselves last.
Yes.
We put on that lipstick, those clothes. We gotta go to work. Make sure we got a roof over our head. And it's not necessarily for us. It's for everybody else who's sleeping in there. But we're just so powerful, and we're so nurturing that this book, Delayed But Not Denied. If you just take 5 minutes to think about something that was delayed in your life. But it wasn't denied.
Don't get me preaching.
That's everything this book is about.
When I saw the cover of the book, I stared literally for a good 20 minutes on and off. I honestly did. Because you ever see something and you go, my thing is bang. There goes a bang again. And my daughter would look at me like, you must have realized something, saw something. Right. And I said, yes, I did. Because this right here, delayed but not denied, that means it wasn't your turn.
It wasn't time.
It wasn't your time. What you went through is what you were supposed to go through.
And it's not for you all the time.
Exactly.
It could be for somebody else.
Somebody else. That's so true.
And but
Yep.
you got to tell the story so they can say, "Oh my God,
Mhm.
that's where I'm at right now.
Mhm.
Let me get myself together."
Yeah.
And this is book 3, so we have had Tony Coleman Brown and Julia D. Shore.
They are beautiful. I've
They-
seen them.
They
I've
are.
Seen them.
Let me
yes.
tell you, I've known Julia since I moved to Hollis in 1968.
Mhm.
Her sister and I are like really good friends.
Oh, okay.
And
Hollis Bass Girls.
yes,
again.
Hollis
yes,
Bass Girls.
Queens.
You know, and I was. You hear the terminology was. I was a procrastinator. I was supposed to be in book 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
I just kept la 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 la. She like not physically yoked me up, but so to speak. She's like, you sit down and just do it.
Right.
I was like,
Right.
okay.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and I'm so
Yes.
glad, Julia, that you honestly believed in me. That
Yes.
to have something to come forward
Mhm.
and writing that, it just opened up, I don't want to say a Pandora's box, a flower box of just more love, of things that I can share
Yeah.
that I've gone through, you know. And my situation in this particular series is I was fired from the Department of Correction.
Don't tell no more.
But-
Let them get this
But
book.
because of God,
Mm-hmm.
I was rehired.
I know you told me when we met up. Let me tell y'all real quickly how me and Justice met. My sister, my sister in spirit, not my blood sister. She lost her husband, and we were there for her supportively, and it was during the funeral service, right? Jeanette Justice was there, and we were sitting there, and we started talking after because we was rushing to go prepare for some things afterwards.
Right, the repast.
The repast.
Mhm.
Me and Justice clicked automatically. I mean, we was like,
I clicked with you when you first sat down, girl.
I know, you sure did. She's like, you my new bestie. I was like, okay, sis, I got you. And we sitting there and we talking and we clicked. But she didn't know it. As she was sitting at the table and I was serving and helping and, doing what I was called to do that day, you was talking a little bit about your testimony. And my spirit just said, pow, I got to get her. I have to grab her up because it's important to me, again, for us ladies to be so supportive.
Yes.
Not out there killing each other over some dude. Not out there killing each other over some woman. Not out there just hating on each other because this one may look better than you. This one might have this role or this one might not have. It's so sickening and tiring. It really is. We need more women who can encourage each other, support each other, be there for one another, and this is what I love the most about you. Because she's like, this is my new bestie. But it's even before that, we just like claimed. We just like bond together. And that's how everybody else, Claudette, all of us, we all was like that for years. For years.
'Cause Gigi is
things that we didn't even want to hear our friends tell us. Like, chick, you all messed up right now. You get it together. Just like you said, your friend said, no, you're going to write this book. These are the kind of friends that we need. That's important.
We need women to understand that it's okay to not be okay.
Yes.
It's okay to not have it all together.
Yes.
And call out to get a tribe. We need a tribe.
Yes, we do.
We need a tribe of women who say, listen, okay, Michelle's not feeling good today. Justice, I need you to come by her house and maybe just straighten up for her. What's your name again? Jennifer.
Yes.
I need you to come and just play some music for her and just rub her back. And we can all do that for each other.
Yes.
In our time of need, it makes us just relax and be the beautiful women God called us to be.
That's right.
Because we can't hate on each other.
Exactly.
We can't. If you got $200,000 for something, I'm happy for you. I'm not hating you.
Girl, I've always been like that.
If Jennifer got that new man and she glowing, I'm happy for her.
How about the new color?
Right, girl, now you know bye. Because guess what? my turn is coming.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's what that means.
That's what I was saying to Jen while we was in here today. Now, this is my passion. I love this. You know
Girl,
this.
me
Justice.
too.
When I came here, everything that went wrong. Everything. But I said, the show gonna go on. I don't care. I said, guys, we having technical issues, but I'm here, and this is what we're gonna do. Because
it's a trial, a test.
It's a test, exactly.
And we passed
Exactly.
it with
Yes,
flying
we
colors.
did. We sure did. I even told him, I said, we're going to be a mess when Justice come in here. I gave him forewarning. But, moving along now with your book, now that you have such powerful group of people, the authors, and they pulled you. I mean, they came and got you.
Got me.
And put you on a platform.
I said, get your butt up here, because you got something to tell people.
Mm-hmm. And how do you feel?
I feel amazing. I feel, first of all, we're number one. And Amazon, we made number one. We hit the number one mark. That's just incredible. And each book, each delayed but not denied book, series 1, 2, and 3, hit number one.
So I got to get 1 and 2.
Yes, girl,
Okay.
because those stories, listen. And from this, we're going to have workshops.
Beautiful.
We're going to have gatherings, all type of things.
You got to
It
bring
doesn't-
me in a production
Yes.
on board.
Oh, girl, you know that.
Definitely. So I have to, I got to be in a mix.
And you know what else you're going to be in the mix with? The next thing that I'm involved with, the Soul Wealth Sisters.
Really? What's
Yes,
that? That's
so-
coming up soon?
Yes. It's going to be, save the date, ladies, March 23rd. We're going to have a Soul Wealth New York. It started in Maryland with Dr. Vicki Johnson. And it's a sacred sisterhood
Yeah.
that we just gather around. And I'm telling you, the net worth in the room could be well over $2 million.
Wow.
We've got lawyers, doctors, writers,
Wow. That's
nurses, healthcare advocates,
powerful. And all heart,
humble women that you wouldn't even know. And they have stories to tell.
Right.
And it's a sacredness. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna get your story and I'm gonna go tell it on Broadway. No.
Right.
If I can't help you, I'm gonna pray for you.
That's what I love, praying sisters.
Right.
I tell everybody, you don't have to buy me gifts, pray for me.
Right.
Because that's more powerful.
But you gotta be a good praying person, because some people
a burning praying person.
Some people pray other things. We don't want them kind of people.
prayers. You're right about
You're
right
but the
about
Soul
that.
Wealth is, matter of fact, they're having their annual Soul Spa weekend, and it's going to be November 28th through December 3rd.
Okay.
And it's in Florida.
Okay.
So I'm going down the day before
Okay.
and staying the day after, so that I'm still
Wow.
full from
Yeah.
the first one that I went to. And everything has aligned me to this point from being connected to them women.
My
too.
hair is standing up on my arms. I'm getting chills.
So sisterhood is real.
Yes,
I
it
want to
is.
tell
Oh, yeah.
you.
Yes,
Can we
it's
say
that?
that?
Yes.
Can we
Sisterhood
say that
is
and mean
real.
it?
Yes.
Sisterhood is real.
It's real. It is. It's real.
It's about bringing your sister up. Girl, if you don't have $20 and I got 15, what we gonna do with
what we
with
gonna
this?
do? Exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
Get
and don't
2
be
loaves of
ashamed.
bread, some
Right.
lunch meat and cheese.
And don't be ashamed about it, because
Exactly.
guess what?
Exactly.
That's when the adversary has a chance to keep us from growth. Oh, I'm ashamed. Don't you be
No.
ashamed. You got the
Kick
Most
that
High.
pride out.
You
Right.
got the Most High DNA in you.
Mm-hmm.
So He wants the best for us. He said He wants us to succeed abundantly. Do you know what the word abundance means? My God. So sisterhood is real. It's time we stop playing small with it.
I like that.
It's
Yes.
time we stop playing small with it and come from your heart. You know,
Truly.
are we going to have issues? Of course, because we have gone through so much, most of us. And most of us haven't had a chance to release it to the fire, release it to the ocean, release it somewhere. So it's all bottled up. So when we see another sister who's doing so good, we might be a little intimidated because
Right.
we haven't had a chance
Yes.
to release that hurt.
You know?
But I'm here to tell you, Our hands are powerful
Mm-hmm.
with a touch.
Mm-hmm.
When we touch each other and we love on each other.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a sexual thing. It's just a human agape thing.
Mm-hmm.
You
I'm
know,
glad you said that. Yes.
because we need to love each other.
Yes, we do.
And
Yes.
we have to, my mother used to say, she had it was 9 of them. It was 7 girls and 2 boys.
Mm-hmm.
If her and my father didn't have enough money,
Mm-hmm.
she can go to 8 other of her sisters and brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And if it was $10 each, she knew she was guaranteed $80.
Mm.
And that $80 helped her until she could pay all of them back.
Wow.
So that's how we have to look at each other.
Mm-hmm.
If it's 20 of us in this group, what you need, sister? What you need? And 20 times out of 20 times,
Mm-hmm.
everything is already in our community.
Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We have the educator. We have the podcast guru right here.
Mm-hmm.
We have Jennifer. We have everybody that we need in our group.
Yes.
But we're so busy looking outside.
Yes. Yep. When it's right there before your
Right
face.
there. So this delayed, denied.
And when's the book signing and where?
Oh, the book signing is going to be on next Saturday,
Mhm.
the 24th. And I just got to find my phone. Excuse me for a second.
And it's in Queens.
It's in Brooklyn. Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? Hey.
You know, my sisters would be like, you can be sick. You from Queens and everything in Brooklyn. Oh, sorry. Listen, I live here now.
Listen,
I've been living here over 10 years.
I love Brooklyn because it's the melting pot.
Yes, it
It has
really is.
every ethnicity, the group that you can think of, the culture, food that's here, just everything. It's a mosaic.
And you having the signing that 5 spot on Myrtle Avenue.
Right, that's where it's at.
That used to be my stomping ground, girl.
It's from 3 to girl, I didn't come prepared for that. I'm so
That's
sorry.
okay. That's okay, girl.
I haven't.
Listen, there's nothing
I have it right
perfect
here.
and prompt about this show. We just being us, and that's it.
And that's here it is.
You
right
have
here.
it?
Mhm.
Okay.
The book signing is from 3 to 6 p.m. The 5 spot, 459 Myrtle Avenue, Brooklyn, New York,
Yes.
March 24th.
You hear that,
Be
people?
there.
Be there. You in Brooklyn or you visiting here in Brooklyn, come down to 5 spot for the signing. You have to support and get this book for yourself.
Yes.
Buy it for your mother. Buy it for your sister. Buy it for your neighbor. Someone who you know that can use encouragement and powerful testimonies. And, again, and my next question, I know, because I hear this, because, my journey as well, part of it. Tell us a little bit about your experiences while you was writing for this book. Because there's a saying, I know, and this is why I'm putting you out there, because it's so powerful when you on the right path. You have things that just pop up to stop you from doing this journey. And just share briefly something very light.
Okay, again, the title is just so powerful. Delayed but not denied.
Mm-hmm.
I had to have a total knee replacement.
Mm-hmm.
August 13th, 2018. When I tell you, I have had so many horrific things happen to me from that day until this day, that the healing process, I didn't even understand it until I spoke to one of my mentors.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, you're not healing properly because you were traumatized. And being traumatized,
Mm-hmm.
you can't heal because the pain is too deep. And when the pain is too deep, you don't think about nothing but that pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, comma,
You said
because of God, only because of God,
Mm-hmm.
He allows that grace
Mm.
because He knows how much you can take. He knows exactly how much you can take before you explode. And He says, okay, push the pause button right now.
Right.
So that's when that pause button came.
Yeah.
And I was able to get some relief in that pain.
Wow.
And in that relief, I was able to continue to write.
That's deep. So you mean to tell me if you wasn't so focused and so deep in your prayer and so connected with God, that you would have been in a position of just saying, you know what, I can't, I'm hurting too much, focus on the pain, and get in the bed and, you know, take whatever medication you need to take and just deal with them on an everyday basis.
Yes, because every deadline I was missing. And she was like, listen, girl, come on, let's go. And I was like, oh, forget it, I'll just be no, you're not. You're going to do it. You're going to do it. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And, you know, and I would go into prayer and be like, God, you know what it is.
Right.
You know.
Right.
And then in the interim of all of that, I lose 2 close friends on the same day.
Wow. Wow.
A sister and a
The
brother.
same day.
The same day. So with that, it's the healing. Again, the healing is not coming. You know. And the book is already, we're already at our deadlines, and we have to do what we have to do. And it's like, okay, we're going to go forward with what we have. So I'm at that final hour, just putting that pen to the paper and, you know, come on, get it out, because it's there.
It's there. That's deep.
And, you know, women, we're just bad. We're bad.
Yes, we are.
We're bad.
Yes, we are.
When he created us,
What? It's
I
called,
would.
it's called She Fave.
Yes.
It's called She
Fave. I love that.
Yes. It's called She Fave.
I wouldn't want to be nothing else in this world.
Me, girl, when you, and that's the important thing. You know, I even tell my daughters, you have to know your worth.
Come on, sis.
Because when you get to the point of knowing your worth, not only just you yourself, but from God himself too, when you know your worth, girl, you the baddest thing on this earth.
You walk different. You talk
walk different.
You
talk
new money.
new money, old money, everything. Girl, I tell people all the time. But you have, that's why you go through so much.
Yes.
That's why you experience so much pain. And I was always the one that you couldn't hurt me. Like my heart, oh girl, I would be like a big, I would shut my door, isolate myself. Don't answer no calls. Don't bother me, nothing. And until I feel like I drained it, you know, like a detox.
Yes.
I had to detox that out.
Get it out.
Get it out. And I had to force myself to do that.
And that's a process.
That's a
People
process.
don't understand that.
No.
You just don't wake up one morning and say, okay, I'm going to do that. It's a process. And it takes a certain training in yourself to do
a
this,
lot of
right?
discipline.
Yes.
And I don't understand. Some people, you know, can go ahead and just move on the next day, get somebody else, keep going, create
They
a
say
family.
that. They say that, but guess
But
what?
I just can't see that. I can't see that. But it's a process. So pain is very serious.
Yes.
And a lot of people reflect it on themselves in a lot of different
But in
ways.
pain is growth.
Yes,
and in
it
growth
is.
there's pain.
Thank you for saying that. Yes, it is.
You know?
Yes, it is.
Like I could say that because I saw my brothers. All my brothers are over 6'2", all of them. I have very tall brothers. So they would have growing pains. And I didn't understand it because I didn't have the growing pains. But now I have growing pains from maturing. You know.
And let me tell you, don't sleep on the grandmothers. Let me tell you, ladies, do not sleep on grandma. Because even though you may think, oh, time's a two-way advance for her, let me tell you, the game never changed.
The players.
It's just different players. But the grandmothers and the moms, the old school ones, they always know how to get over it. Always know. And you may not want to hear it, but they always right.
Always.
They always right. My grandmother, I never understood how she was able, as highly educated as she was, and so beautiful. You know, how my grandfather sometimes would get into it, And I'll be looking at you know her
I'd
strength.
be like, Mom, why you just? She said, no. Sometimes when a woman knows where she come from and her strength, that's all you stand by. Sometimes you gotta let the man feel good.
Right.
But at the end of the day,
Hmm.
you know who you are. I was like, wow, it takes a lot for somebody to do that. Because even these days, I see little girls yelling at the little boys in their face, ready to fight. And I'm like, hold up. You know me, the peacemaker. I get out my car and like, hold up. And the little boy be like, well, she getting on my nerves. And I'm like, calm down. Calm
Right.
down.
Good mama, calm down.
Calm down. You know, and even though the big kids, you can't do that these days because they all on another page. But, you know, it's good to have the moms come back out again.
We
Be
need those
supportive to the communities,
Yes.
to the kids.
Yes, we need them.
And this is where the growth helps.
Yes, we need them to come back out. And what it is like I was talking to somebody on Facebook the other day, and she had a Facebook Live, and it was about, you know, the holiday times. We have to pay attention because this is where people are very depressed because
Mhm.
they've lost family members and they don't
Mhm.
have anybody.
Mhm.
And everybody's posting all of this good stuff, and they're not
Mhm.
in that space. So we
Right.
have to be very delicate.
Delicate, right.
But, you know, like, we don't have the time where we could go borrow that cup of sugar, go
Yeah.
borrow that egg. We don't have the neighbors like that anymore.
no.
And
not
but
at all.
we have to bring it back. We have to do it
Mhm.
somehow.
Yes.
And it might not be an egg anymore.
Mhm.
It might be, can I hold
Mhm.
a USB cord? Because
Mhm.
that's the
That's
era
the
we're
thing.
living
Yes,
in.
exactly.
Right? So we have to
Exactly.
adapt to the
Yeah,
era.
charger. You have
right,
a
right.
charger.
Right. But it's going to connect us.
Yes.
There you go.
It does.
Because that egg connected us.
Mm-hmm.
That butter connected us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, and we need that back in the community again.
Yeah.
And we can't be so afraid of these children.
Yeah.
We have to somehow gotta approach them.
Yes, we do. Yes,
And
we do.
it's not always, you know, that gangster, you know, you gotta be all tough or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It could be, yo, I love them shoes, girl.
Yeah. Just
Something
as simple
simple.
as a compliment.
Right.
That's so true. That's
And
so
then it
true.
breaks that barrier down and you can conversate and
Just as simple.
we can see what they need in the community.
Yes.
Because I don't ever remember growing up hearing about death every day
like today.
like these children do.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's totally different.
Ugh.
It's totally
Within their
different
own
today.
group of friends,
Mm-hmm.
they can lose 10 to 15 people in a year.
Mhm.
That's unheard of.
Yeah.
So how are we dealing with them with that?
Mm-hmm.
How are we protecting them
Mm-hmm. Yes.
so that they can continue to grow? Because that's gotta be some scary stuff to deal with
Yeah.
when you go in your own personal space at night.
That's true. That's true.
So we gotta
I
be
hear
able
that.
to bridge that gap with them youths again. We got to.
Yeah. Well, that's a whole nother conversation,
Yes.
especially, you know, you have the police
Ugh.
and, you know, the kids, and especially if you're a young black man today growing up, you know, in this society. But, you know, only thing us mothers can do is stay strong and, again, you know, join hands with another adult and raise your kids together in different communities. But in order for you to do that, ladies, you got to be strong for yourself. And in order to be strong for yourself, you know, for you to help others, you have to help yourself. Like my mother, my mother told me one time, she said, listen, pull yourself together, you know, when I was going through my divorce. She said, you know, you worry so much about the kids and stuff, but you're messing up because you're not taking care of you first. She said, get something to feed off of, you know, and I'm like, you're right. You're
And we gotta
absolutely
take that moment.
right. We have to, boy, girl.
We gotta take that moment. And that
I
moment
used to love my
heal.
Calgon days. When I was
But you
in
remember
Queens.
years ago when you used to go get your nails done, it was a treat.
Yes.
Now it's
Now-
like, it's not a treat.
It's not.
And
You
then
know
you go
what's
to your
more of a
stra-
treat now? Doing it yourself.
Yes.
I see that a lot.
Having a little pamper
Yeah.
party
Have
with,
a little-
with the
Mhm.
kids. You know, that's what I do with my granddaughters.
Mhm.
I try to,
Mhm.
you know, stay involved with them.
Right. Right.
You know, but
I'm trying to catch up to mine's, girl. Mine's be taking my phone. I be like, don't break it. They be like, all right, Grandma. I be like, and they showing me. I'm like, how did you do that? Wait a minute. Go back here.
they're not afraid.
They're not afraid to do anything.
This is their era. Just like the TV, just turning the TV on and the VCR was our era. It's the era.
But
It's
you
the
know
era.
what? This is so beautiful because I remember even back in my time, which I didn't even get to share with my audience, you know, and believe me, I went through a rough journey in order for me to get to where I'm at today. And the most beautiful thing about my journey now, my new chapter now, is that I can embrace myself, I can embrace my children, I can embrace my grandchildren, and I can embrace my friends and others that are strangers around me. It is so beautiful to be in a position to feel good, to compliment others and communicate others and smile, even when it's pouring down raining. I don't even care. It
Just
feels
be
really good
authentic.
and be authentic. So you know what? I'm so honored that you came to join me.
I am
Justice.
honored. I am honored.
People, you gotta understand this is my girl head. It's like,
Listen, she's not gonna out honor me. We're gonna have an out honor contest, and Jennifer, we're not. Listen, and that's how it should be.
yes,
You can't out honor me.
Absolutely.
I can't out honor
Yes,
you. You can't
yes,
out honor, and then it
absolutely.
just keeps going.
absolutely. Again,
But without you, we wouldn't be here. So we have to give you
thank
the
you.
grace and the honors, and,
Thank
and
you.
know, keep doing what you're doing, sister. And if anything that I can ever do to support you,
Thank
you know how to reach me.
Yes, I do.
24/7. I will. What? Shotgun. I'll be a shotgun. I'll be a shotgun passenger driver. Whatever you need, I got
I know
you.
that's right. I love you. I love you.
I love
you
you
to the
too.
heart.
Yes.
And you know what, audience? Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back on again, and one of our books for the book club will be delayed, but not denied. This is definitely going to be a book that I'm going to include because it'll be very healthy,
Yes.
and it'll be definitely encouraging, you know, for myself and for y'all as well, you know. So please join in, and I'll speak to y'all soon. And this is everything we discussed today. That is all the answers and to how can you heal and raise consciousness. We already shared that with you. Take part of this conversation if you have to replay it back and listen to the things that we share with you and telling you and letting you know and apply it to your own life. And stay tuned and always look online to see when is the next show going to be coming on. And if you have any questions, concerns, or even a topic of a book that, like I said, you want to add on to our book club, which is called Blueberry Roses.
I love it.
And the color of the cover is blue on the book.
Connected.
Yes. So please email me, Michelle@evidenceofissues.com. We love you. Peace, love, and happiness, and always keep your heart abroad. Have a good day.